Hi, I'm Dr. Brent from Arc of Life, and tonight we're doing our second episode using your jar top fermenter to make kimchi. So what we have here tonight, Napa cabbage. Again, you're going to use about 2 pounds of Napa cabbage. The recipe's available in the clinic as well. Napa cabbage, I've used half of a head of Napa cabbage here. So we're going to use some green onions. I have 3 of them here. You can use more, you can use less. I like to put the green onions in there as well. About half a head of garlic, so 3-4 cloves of garlic depending on the size. Inch and a half of ginger. Again, you want about 2 tablespoons of ginger and about 1.5 tablespoons or so of the garlic. This is daikon radish. Just have a piece of it here. They're quite long. This one is about maybe 4 inches of daikon radish, and we're going to be chopping that up into matchsticks to put into our kimchi as well. Important part, again, as with the sauerkraut, is we're going to be using coarse gray sea salt. This is available in a lot of health food stores. You want to look for something really coarse, gray, full of other minerals, and it's not iodized. So this is the one you want to use, okay? Coarse gray sea salt. These are our spices. Again, I just have them chopped up here, so garlic and ginger. They're really fine mince on both of them. You don't want them to be too fine, but again, just as small as you can get it with a knife. You could grate it if you wanted to, but again, it just might make it more powerful than it needs to be. So as fine as you can get them with a knife. Then this is the magic ingredient here. This is Korean red chili flakes. They are quite spicy, depending where you get them. They're available in Chinatown at some of the Chinese markets. And again, it's just a really fine chili powder with a really nice flavor as well. These ones are from my friend Chris. These are actually organic. His family grows them in Korea, so he just got a care package and he shared this wonderful care package with us with these awesome Korean chili flakes. So thank you, Chris. So we're going to just start by chopping our cabbage. We're going to take the first leaf off and reserve that leaf. Remember, with this one, you're going to use the lid of your mason jar and a little paring knife to cut out these rounds of cabbage. Okay, very important. These rounds are going to go in on top of the cabbage, so you're going to get 2 of those out of this first leaf of cabbage off the outside. Okay, I've already done it. I have them here. So with this one, I'm going to just take the whole piece of cabbage here. I'm just going to take the core off the bottom. Again, that's the kind of the woodier section there. There might be a little bit of dirt in there. I've washed this cabbage already as well, so it's nice and finely washed too. Okay, I'm going to cut it just in big wedges. So cut it in half lengthwise, and then 4 wedges this way. And this is just going to kind of set it up so I can make 1 to 2 inch kind of squares with the cabbage. Again, Napa cabbage, and it's available most places. You can probably even get this at Loblaws this time of year. And then that's just going to go in our bowl. Okay, so adding all this stuff to the bowl. Again, you don't have to be too picky with this. The salt's really going to break it down like it does with the sauerkraut, but again, the salt, once we add the salt, we'll add that right in on top there. So about 3/4 tablespoon of coarse gray sea salt. Okay. Next, we're going to do up our radish here. I like to just chop it lengthwise. And we're going to try and make this like matchsticks. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to get some sort of finer, maybe 1.5 inches lengthwise. And then we're going to cut those little matchsticks. You can see that. So those are going to, again, just kind of wilt down with the salt and that. Okay, so we're going to just put those in there as well. So I would do the whole thing. With this one, these are the green onions. So again, these pieces, I like to cut them lengthwise. They look a little better. You can cut them into rounds, but just as fine as you can get them with a knife. Again, just slicing sort of diagonal across the grain of the green onion. And you can use the whole thing, or you can throw away those little end parts, okay? So again, green onion, that's going in there as well, okay? So again, I would put all the rest of this stuff in there as well, but for speed's sake, we're gonna go a little bit quicker, okay? With this, you're gonna really, much the same way you did with the sauerkraut, just massage it, let it rest, massage, let it rest. Just, you know, you really want the salt to kind of break down the cabbage a bit and draw the liquid out into the bowl, okay? So again, that's gonna take probably, I don't know, I would say 15, 20 minutes of just kind of massaging, letting it rest, and then you'll know when it's ready. All the liquid will be pulled out. You'll be able to see some liquid in the bottom of the bowl, okay? The whole trick to this, guys, is with this, you don't want to put your spices in until you've done all that part, okay? And the reason for that is it's going to get in your hands. Your hands are going to smell like garlic, and for a week. If you have any little cuts on your fingers, the chili powder is going to get in there. These are all concerns. We're working with chilies, so just add those chilies in after, and you're going to stir them in with a nice wooden spoon or spatula or something, okay? So those go in, but not until after you've done the massaging part, okay? I have some here prepared already. So with this, you can see in the bottom of that bowl, there's some liquid accumulating in there. The chilies, the garlic, the ginger, everything's added to this, okay? So from this point on, again, you can feel free to handle it, but I'm gonna use just a spatula, okay? And we're actually gonna pack this into the jar here, okay? Whenever this will fill up the jar, it won't be quite as full as when you worked with the cabbage. There'll be a little bit less, it'll be a little bit less packed in here. That's okay, as long as there's enough liquid to cover up the cabbage. And with this one, we may need to add a little bit of water right at the end, just to kind of bring up the level to the top of the jar, okay? So again, just pack this jar here. Chilies are a little bit spicier, so just trying to avoid getting them all over my hands and having to worry about that. So again, pack those into the jar. And you can see the liquid. This is actually perfect. It's coming up quite nice. So about 2 pounds of cabbage, half of a big head of Napa has brought this jar up right to the right spot. Okay, so we're gonna add in our rounds to the top of this. And again, whenever I do the rounds, I usually cut one out of the base so it's got a nice vein of the leaf, a big vein right on top of it, and then a thinner one from the top. Usually put the thinner one in first and kind of press it into the sides of the jar, and then the stiffer one goes on top there. And you can see it's coming right, the liquid's coming right up to the top of the jar. Everything is submerged in the liquid, and that's going to be really important for the part of this. It's about an inch and a half down from the very top of the jar, okay? Again, put together your jar top fermenter. I've already added a bit of water to this as an airlock to keep the air out. Again, you can do this without the jar top fermenter, but it just tastes so much better whenever you use one of these because it keeps the oxygen out, keeps the environment perfect for the lactobacillus that's going to break down this cabbage and make it taste really good, and also give us all the good health effects from it. Okay, so again, really easy. I'm just going to put that right on the top here, sealed, and that's good to go. So you can see the nice red color on that. It's going to taste really good. We'll have samples in the clinic this week if you're watching the video shortly after it was made. If you are local and you would like to get a jar top fermenter, please come in and see us at the clinic. And if not, you can order them from perfectpickler.com. They ship these out with a bunch of recipes in a really good way. So, yeah, so that's kimchi. 4 days on the counter, 70 degrees is best, and you'll have wonderful, delicious kimchi. Great to eat with any kind of grilled meats. If you're into meat, if you like to eat eggs, it's great with eggs. If rice dishes, if you're Korean, you eat this with pretty much everything. So you can try different different things with it, and it's excellent.